Hey everyone, it's Zara. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys know from the title of the video, I'm here to talk about this book that came out, this new book that came out. A new friend of mine, I met her, I want to say about maybe even more years than that, but about 2 years ago. I think she had found my channel and found one of my videos interesting, and we struck up a conversation, became friends, and she began to ask if she could interview me from my perspective on the face veil. In Arabic, of course, it's called a niqab. She happens to be Muslim, and so she does speak Arabic, and obviously that is how she refers to the practice, and I want to say that's probably her primary connection to the practice of the face veil. And I got a copy of the book, you guys. Demystifying the Niqab. A history of the face veil, the laws against it, and why it is important. Written by Sarah Mandunin. So this book, can y'all see? It's a thick one. It's really good. So I am pretty much done with it. It's about 300, a little over 300 pages. I'm just about done with it. Man, when I say this was a good read, this is a good read. Anybody who is even halfway interested in the niqab or in the face veil, where it came from, the various cultures that maybe shared the practice, why each culture had the practice biblically, kind of what was the culture in ancient Near East, in the time of Christ, was this a thing, etc., should get this book. I really think that anybody, literally anyone, who's even halfway interested in veiling of the hair or the head, however you understand it, should definitely pick up this book and read it. She handles this so well, you guys. Like, when I tell you, so there's things that I just don't talk about a whole lot, especially publicly, because it's so hard to have just an honest conversation with one person or with multiple people, let alone to have a conversation where, you're recording yourself talking about what you think and how you feel and your experiences with something, and then for that to be heard by thousands of people who then chime back in, and it's not a conversation happening in real time. And so there's a lot that can get lost in translation. There's a lot that maybe each party has experienced or knows and has knowledge of, but those things aren't coming out for the sake of time and brevity and maybe trying to just make a greater point. And so this book does, I love how oh my goodness, it's amazing. So she comes at it from a perspective, in the beginning, of truly like demystifying this. Like, okay, what is the niqab? Like, what is it? And so she goes through the history of the veil, in Abrahamic kind of like faiths and ideologies, like those religions or belief systems that find their basis in Abraham Rabbeinu. And then it goes into feminism and how that interacts with the veil, and really modesty overall. And then she gets into veiling the face especially, so like the whole idea of a niqabi. Then it talks about why do we care. And so chapter 1, I kid you not, is like boom, she comes out the gate. History of the veil around the world. I mean, we're going Western civilizations, ancient civilizations, Egypt, Greece, Rome, goodness, places I can't pronounce, the Iberian Peninsula, East Asia, Europe, goodness gracious. Germany's covered, Scotland is covered, the Reformation, Catholicism, the nuns, the Balkans, Bosnia, Albania, all the faiths involved in those places, the history of it in the Americas. This includes obviously North America, but also South America, South Asia, and Africa, Central Asia and Afghanistan, of course, the Middle East. And so she goes all around the world, and she did great research. We get images often in these chapters where she's wanting to like show the depictions of things. It's just, it's incredibly informative, and it's done without that tone of like, well, this is my faith, so this is the right way to do something. It's purely informative, and I really appreciate that. Then she gets into the meaning of the veil in Judaic theology, so then within Judaism, and she and I did speak about this. Of course, the Rambam speaks about it. A lot of Jewish sages speak about the face veil. It's all over in early and late Jewish writings, such as like the Talmud, the oral traditions, and it's in early Christian writings. A lot of people don't know that. I did put a document in one of my older face veiling videos that I'll try to link below. I know people like request to have access to it, so I will try to get that link below. But early Christian church fathers talked about the face veil in a good way. It was a good thing for the most part. Of course, she talks about the veil in Islamic societies. She gets into the Crusades and all of that. And then, I mean, she talks about the New World and the Old World. And then towards the back of the book, she gets into women who face veil, various levels, maybe all the time, maybe not all the time, various different faith systems, or some without, you know, any like faith system at all. And they're called like the, you know, insider accounts. I do have a little, you know, little section in there, guys. And so it's really cool. I'm in, I think, the American Women section, but our interview is in there, and a lot of other women were included in that. And what I appreciate most is that something like this is hard to write with without biases, and with the correct tone, which she definitely had, as well as being sensitive to just within the Black American culture. Some of you may not know this, but head covering, like wearing a scarf on your head, there's mixed feelings sometimes about that, because the history of it, you know, sometimes we, in certain places, in certain states, because of slavery, and then because of segregation, we had that forced on us as a symbol that we were peasants, as a symbol that we were beneath, as a symbol that our hair was dirty and disgusting and needed to be covered. And so not every Black woman is going to celebrate a headscarf for that reason, even if it is something that scripturally was done. It just has different connotation to some Black American women, and I think that she put that in a book, and I'm so glad she did, because it's nuanced and there is layers for different people and different cultures and different communities. And I was really thankful for that. So anyway, you guys, I'm doing a giveaway. I am going to, if you guys comment below, it's how you enter. You have to comment below. I'm not gonna tell you have to like it, because you don't have to like this video, but you do have to comment below and let me know why you want the book. Why do you want the book? Comment below, let me know why you want the book. I will pick a winner on the second week of November, y'all willing, and I will contact that winner, y'all willing, and get your information to send you a book. You can buy this on Amazon. I will link it below. Again, this is what it looks like. This is the cover. Hope you guys can see that. So I will link this below on Amazon. Please go buy this book, you guys. It was not an easy thing to write. I know. She had been working on this, I'm not sure how long, but at least for 2 years. And it shows in the work. I think if you guys are wanting to put on the face veil, you're just wanting to try it out, but you're afraid of judgment, you're afraid that you don't have enough information to talk to your families about it, or whatever it may be, this would be a great book. Maybe not to give to them, because if they're not readers, and most of the time people are not going to read about something that they're not doing, but it's a good thing for you to read and for you to feel educated and empowered to have that conversation, so you can come at it historically. You can come at it through the scope of, various different cultures practice this, or you could keep it contained to your specific culture and or religion or faith system. I think it's really important to be informed and be able to advocate for yourself. And this is just another resource and tool that I would recommend to anyone. So I'm really trying, you guys, to not blab on for 30 minutes like I usually do. So I will end this video here. And until next time, Emir to Hashem, if God wills. Bye, everyone.